Hello everyone, I'm KZ and welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Team. In the last episode, we continued to learn more about our unfortunate victim, Miss Cage, and the fact that she did not die by drowning. She died by probably being run over by a truck over on a road near a river about a month ago. Now we're going to investigate her family, who did not do a missing person report during the month that she was gone, and the one person who discovered the body who tampered with the evidence. So we're gonna go ahead and do those now. Ah, okay, good. We get the husband and wife. Oh man, they just look... they look bruised. Oh, none of that looks good. But first off, the John Doe.
Sorry. I was, just looking around for anything I might be able to sell. And, then, we found that woman's, well, his bones near the riverbed. Yeah. Sam was leading the way, and we found that dead body. Huh? Well, hell, I saw the underwear. I mean, it's not that hard to tell the difference. Yeah. Yeah, the necklace was cracked, so I took the earring. I looked around for a while, but I only found one of them. And who's gonna buy one earring? I can't even sell it. Yeah, you can have it. It's worthless junk.
What a coward. I see. I understand now. He claimed that he hadn't seen the corpse to hide the fact that he stole one of her earrings.
And let's update
This man
that.
deserves a severe punishment. I should tell the little guy about it.
But that'll be for later. First off, let's go with the dad.
I hate to say this when I know you're doing your best to help, but I've always known that something like this would happen to her one day. Yes, we expected it. That's why we didn't request a search or post a reward. I mean, sometimes a machine's just too broken to be repaired. Isn't that right? Huh? Huh? What, this injury? I fell down while taking a walk.
That's not that convincing.
It's embarrassing. Getting old is misery. Anyway, we'd like to go home as soon as we can. My wife isn't in the best of health. I have a bad back, too. It hurts more and more the longer I sit here.
Didn't really get much from that. Though we don't have really a goal to listen, we just have to listen.
Yes, I'm all right. I suppose that I'd been expecting this to happen one day. My daughter, she was a kind girl, but ever since she dropped out of high school, well, she lost most of her friends and was practically alone in the world. At some point, she started going out almost every night. Sometimes she didn't come home for an entire month. We thought that's what happened this time, too. Oh, this? I slipped on the stairs. Yes, my husband and I are both getting rather old.
It seems that the victim's relationship with her family wasn't going well.
Dropping out of high school, going out every night? Sounds like a typical delinquent.
That's not the best way to describe it, but I can't say she was well behaved.
Yeah. Did the parents' testimonies tell you anything else?
There's something that bothered me more than just what they said. What caught my attention about the father was... It wasn't major, but there was some injury to his face. And in the mother's testimony, my attention was caught by...
The additional bruises.
Yes, she had some signs of severe bruising as well.
But they both said that they'd gotten hurt by falling down.
Huh, you're not paying attention. Take a closer look at both of them. They both have multiple injuries, but each injury is in a different state of healing. This means that...
Were hurt repeatedly.
Right. How many people do you know who fall down several times a week?
I see. You have a point there. Then why were these two?
I don't know yet, but they must have a reason for hiding the cause of their injuries.
There, that's interesting enough. Here you go. Oh, I was told to give this to you. I'm gonna assume that these parents killed their child. Let's see. After the accident, the body was dumped into the river.
Huh. Yes, these two facts do tell us something. It's more than that the person who had found the corpse stole something. There's one more important fact involved with this case, and that is...
The information at hand indicates the victim is missing an earring. Oh my lord! Oh, I wanna pick it! The information at hand indicates that the victim was totally styling. Oh, that's so good.
Yes, only one of the victim's earrings was at the scene. Either it came off somewhere, or she was only wearing one all along. Where could the other earring have gone?
Huh. Alright, I said we might be able to find records, so I was thinking of giving it to him for that. I think I can combine this with details of what happened. With details of what happened, like...
Right. Since we now know who she is, this information should be consolidated.
Alrighty.
23 years old. She must never have imagined that she would die so young. I don't sympathize with you, but I'll do my best. For your sake.
All we know is the victim was in an auto accident. Should analyze the corpse again? Okay. You said you should analyze the corpse! You bastards! I was sent here for nothing. I love that. You know, Card, don't tell me to do something if you don't want me to do it. Damn it. Find the earring. Damn it. Maybe if I leave, he'll have more information. Do we have anything else on you guys? No, we don't. Well, we're not getting any more info from him, so obviously... This here has 1 star. Clothes weren't damaged. What caused this? That? What caused this? That? 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 Okay. Look into the bruises. I can't believe sometimes I forget to have him analyze the obvious. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else. I'm gonna have to leave and hope he gives me something. Thank you!
Good. That's rather quick. For you guys.
I clicked too
Hey,
fast.
come on. We're a national government agency. We'll have the recording from the driver's interview later. He pretty much admits to what we suspected had happened. So, case closed?
Easy there. It's too early to relax yet.
What do you mean? I mean, mean, the culprits.
Do you think that just catching the truck driver will solve this case?
Doesn't it?
A 23-year-old woman was walking alone in the mountains 8 kilometers from home. You think she was just walking the dog?
Okay, that does sound odd. So the investigation's not over yet.
Indeed. Go look into the parents' hospital records. From the size of those bruises, they would have needed to be treated at a hospital.
Got it. What will you be doing, Dr. Kimishima?
I'm going to investigate the victim's house. Keep the parents in custody until I'm done.
Right. I'll tell the ones in charge right now.
Good, we get to investigate the home now. KZ's doing it.
These pieces of glass seem to have come from a mirror. Let's see. Ah, the mirror on the dresser's been broken. I wonder what happened to it.
What else is there? Nothing.
It's a
Didn't hurt to
dresser.
check.
The mirror's shattered. What happened to it?
There's gotta be more to this.
Broken. A reaction to the luminol. It seems there's something here that isn't part of the broken mirror. This.
There we go.
It's the same earring that the man who had found the body had stolen. But what would this be doing here?
It's from the Mirror universe.
Indeed. All the shattered glass was neatly placed in one area. That means that someone had cleaned up the glass shards. They must have swept up the earring along with the glass. If that's the case, was the earring with the glass pieces when the mirror was broken? In any case, since it reacted with the spray, there must be blood on the ceiling. I'll need to have the little guy analyze it and see if it tells us anything.
You're clean, girl. I love how I'm one of those cops. Just looking at everything all suspicious. Is there nothing odd about that stuffed animal? Yeah, there's nothing odd about it at all.
It's an ordinary package of breath mints. You can get them anywhere. Still.
Open the case.
Just as I thought. These aren't mints in here.
Pills. Unknown medication.
These markings seem to indicate that this medication was produced for a pharmacy. I might be able to ask the little guy to find out just what it is.
Okay, we return to the office now. My psycho, analysis of the room is done. And now I have a bunch of things to give him, and he probably has
Dr.
things for me.
Kimishima, we've received the interview with the truck driver from the accident.
Huh, alright. How did he seem?
It's easy to sympathize with him. Sounds like a case of wrong time, wrong place.
I see. Alright, I'll check the recorder.
Please do. I'll transfer it over to you.
I need to pay careful attention to his account of what happened before and after the accident. What Veronica was doing prior to being hit, and what the driver did afterwards. That's what I should be sure to listen for.
Alright, gotta find it on both. Let's see. I need to click something on before for this section.
What do you want? I didn't do anything. I don't know. A woman. That woman. It's not my fault. I was supposed to drive a shipment to a nearby town. Damn it, they forced me to do it. Damn it, they forced me to do it. Why the hell would someone be sleeping in the middle of a mountain road at midnight anyway? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I turned a corner and she was lying on the bridge.
She was sleeping on the bridge? This seems a little odd. If this man was telling the truth, then the victim had already collapsed there from the start.
That could mean that she wasn't dead when she was already dead before he ran over her legs. Possibly because the parents killed her and left her in the middle of the bridge. I'm just evil. I think evil, people, even though it's a dark thing to think about.
It doesn't seem like he was lying, but what in the world does this mean?
There, now we need the account of after, which will probably take up like 10 through 17. Whoops. I hit B.
I slammed on the brakes, but I wasn't fast enough, and I ran all over. I got out of the truck to see, and she wasn't breathing. I panicked, and I threw her off the bridge.
He threw the victim's body over the bridge.
Ah, that's bad.
This means that the victim wasn't knocked off the bridge by being struck by a vehicle.
Alright. That's all the info we need. Okay. Here.
Hey, little guy. I need you to analyze this medication.
Yes, of course. Did you find it in the victim's room?
That's right. It looks like it's prescribed medication. But what is it?
Who knows? It's definitely no common over-the-counter drug. I'd suspect that this would have to be prescribed by a doctor before someone can buy it.
Alrighty.
I see, that makes sense. This could mean that the victim had attended a hospital. Was the victim suffering from some kind of injury or disease? If our analysis continues, we may find something out.
Could it be that she needed it from this? Her bone injury or bone disease? No. Casey's thinking too much into it. Let's finish the earring puzzle. Apparently we cannot. Here, have this
Hey,
earring.
little guy. I need you to analyze something.
Oh yeah, there's blood on it. My bad.
Sure, send it over to me. I see. There's blood on it. The DNA matches the victim as well. Also, this metal fitting seems warped. Could it be worn out from use?
That doesn't seem to be the case. Look again at the bloodstain.
The bloodstain?
It's not on the ornament. It's on the needle part that goes through the ear. If there's blood there that matches the victim, then the earring was...
ripped out of her ear.
If that's the case, the damage to the fitting makes sense. But what could happen that would cause an earring to be torn off?
I don't know yet. Still, there must be some connection to everything else here. I think this information may lead us to some more concrete evidence.
Now can we do it because they're both near max stars?
True. Both of these facts relate to the earrings.
Because they're both
The
earrings.
victim was discovered with only one of these earrings, and the other one was discovered in her room with her blood on it. Normally, if someone had an earring torn off to the point that it caused bleeding, they would have to realize that something was wrong. Still, the victim was on a bridge 8 kilometers away from her home. What this shows is that
The reason Veronica went to the bridge after having an earring torn off at home is because she did it all the time. No. She forgot about it. I don't know. She was taken by force? That could be possible, and that's the sort of evidence. Did she leave for evidence? I'm leaning more toward she was taken by force to the road, and evidence was left behind in a fight with her parents, and her parents fucking killed her! I'm right! I'm right about the earring part. That parent killing the thing has not been proven yet, but it will be. I'm that guy.
She didn't leave this room by her. She was probably forced out of here by someone else.
By her parents that killed her!
Could explain how one of the earrings was left in the room.
I feel so awful.
But why would whoever abducted her leave her on a bridge 8 kilometers away? I feel like there's a lot of truth that remains to be uncovered.
Dr. Kimishima, the results of the analysis on the corpse have come back.
Good. Did they find anything new?
It looks that way. The report indicates that the fractures to the femurs and skull, they were all posthumous injuries.
So these wounds were inflicted after she died?
Yes, that's what the report says.
Okay. All the fractures except for the broken finger occurred after death. This helps corroborate everything and my theories going along here. Excellent.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Kimishima, about that prescription.
Did you find something out?
Yes, we found which hospital the victim had been going to and requested her charts. It says Veronica had been to the hospital a month prior to her death. Her symptoms were migraines, visual and auditory hallucinations, mood swings, and aggression. It also says she was vomiting blood and had convulsions, along with hemoptysis.
Convulsions? Vomiting blood?
Yes, that's what it says. The doctors urged her to have more detailed examinations, but it seems that she had no intention of listening to them. In the end, she left the hospital and whatever disease she had went unconfirmed.
If only her doctor had forced her to be hospitalized.
That's just how things are these days. People don't really get concerned about strangers.
Let's continue with the investigation. Sorry for being emotional just now. In any case, we don't know what disease she had. Judging from her symptoms, it was something severe.
I agree. If we find anything out, I'll be sure to let you know immediately.
You do that. It may give us another hint in solving this case.
If only she was admitted to Resurgam, someone like Gabriel Cunningham would probably keep her in until they figure out what the problem was. Alright, what do we got from here? These records say the victim was going to the hospital for a month before her death was medicated. Veronica's charts from the hospital show... Nah, those don't match. Oh, do we match both of him together? That usually happens.
Yes, both these facts relate to the victim. If I were to sum up the driver's account prior to the accident, the victim was...
lying on the ground.
Right. The victim had already been collapsed on the road, and after he ran her over, the driver...
threw the corpse over the bridge.
Yes. He threw the victim over the bridge. Little guy, what's the FBI's opinion about this?
He's already admitted to killing her. Why would he lie about that?
Indeed. His account coincides with the evidence I have found as well.
Huh? What evidence?
Well, if she had been standing when she was hit by the truck, the fractures to her bones would have indicated a strong impact from one certain direction. In this case, nothing of that sort was observed.
I see. What about the shattered skull, then?
The skull fractures are consistent with a strong impact to the top of the head. It would be unnatural for it to have been due to a car accident. Considering what happened to the victim, it can be deduced that something else caused that fracture. That is...
her parents did it! No. It was when she was thrown off the bridge.
Yes. If she was unconscious when she fell from the bridge, the fracture due to an impact to the top of the skull is understandable.
I see. You're right. right, that does make more sense.
Yes. However, that raises questions about the victim herself. Why in the world was this woman so far from home? And why would she be lying in the middle of a bridge in the mountains at that time of night?
That's a valid point. I guess there are still some mysteries left unsolved here.
Indeed. We'll have to continue investigating in more detail.
Or at least connecting the dots in some way.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, we were able to look into the parents' injuries.
Good job. What did you find?
Yes, there were records that the parents had been going to a hospital, like you said. Let's see, it looks like they'd started being frequent visitors to the hospital 2 months ago.
And that ends up matching up with their daughter.
How many times is frequent?
Oh, we didn't check every detail, but it was several times, ending about a month ago. The hospital staff seemed worried since many of the injuries seemed to be signs of abuse.
Did they tell the doctors who had been physically assaulting them?
No, they didn't. However, some of their injuries were quite severe.
They match up with the daughter being aggressive.
The mother seemed to have suffered some visual impediments due to a wound on her eye.
I see. Further investigation is required to determine who had been abusing them.
Alright, we've got quite a bit more information. We now know when she died, and we now know she didn't die from being run over. She died from something else. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and save up and call it quits for this episode. This is the second episode in a row of us doing Naomi's investigation. We may be ending in the next episode, though. I can't say for sure. But next time on Let's Play Trauma Team, we're going to continue to investigate the death of Veronica Cage, find out what's going on with her parents, and hopefully finishing off this case once and for all. This is KZ, and I will see you guys next time.